Very good morning to all students who are preparing for CA Foundation. Very good morning. And this is a very important video that I want you to watch. At least just spend 3-4 minutes or 5 minutes maximum. I want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. I just want to charge you up for this examination. As you all know, CA Foundation exam is going to start from December 31st. And that is a bad news, in fact, because you're not going to have a New Year celebrations. Your celebrations are going to be in the month of February once the results are out. You know that very well, because more than New Year festivals, I'm telling you, your results, positive results, will give you more happiness and joy. And if you really want to have that joy, these last 4 days or 5 days are very important. And they're so important. You must be taking care of many things. You must be taking care of many things. If you don't take care of many things, what I'm telling you, all this over last 6 months, 7 months, some of you must have been preparing for almost last 8 months. This 8 months preparation will give you a lot of problems. I mean, will not give you results if in case you don't take care of these last few days. Boys and girls, CA Foundation exam has got 4 important papers. You know, I know very well. There are 4 important papers, yes. One is accountancy, second one is law and BCR, that is business correspondence and writing, and spelling, maths and statistics. Stats, I was supposed to type, it's not correct. So logical reasoning, maths, stats, and logical reasoning. And we have economics and business commercial knowledge. As you all know, out of these 4 papers, 2 papers are descriptive, 2 papers are MCQ based. That is accountancy, especially principles of accounting or fundamentals of accounting is very important. That is a heart and soul of your foundation exam. And this is not only difficult paper because it consumes a lot of time, and it is a main paper. In fact, if in case you really want to become CA, you're going to be tested in this paper. So you have to take it as a challenge. I'm in CA, and my basic objective is to learn a lot of accountancy because that is the basic in this profession. And having that basics only, you'll be able to understand many other CA related subjects. So you must be very careful. Today is 26 and tomorrow 27, 28, 29, 30. We have only 4 days because you're going to write on 31st. I think first exam is going to be accountancy only. So now it's a time you have to revise. If in case you are not confident of all the subjects, you need a lot of time. You already have studied law, BCR, you already have studied math, statistics, and logical reasoning. You already had studied economics and BCK. These 4 days, read only accountancy. But my sincere advice, I'm telling you, otherwise you can change it. Otherwise, I mean, you can start with accountancy first and law next, then maths and statistics, provided if you have still something left. This timetable will work for you if you really think that something is not covered, if you really think that something is going to be difficult, if you really think that something is not really not covered by you, and you need to cover it once again. Day, I mean to say here, day means we have got morning 8 o'clock, let's say evening 8 o'clock. Let us take it in that way. 12 hours, I'm telling you. Out of that, 8 to 9 hours or 10 hours, if you allocate also, you can still cover such things which you could not cover till today, because you must have already covered maximum information. If in case you had already covered, don't touch them. If you're already confident, don't touch them. That means in the entire account syllabus, check how many number of chapters are there, how many topics you are still not confident. Those 3-4 chapters or 4-5 chapters, you can still aram say. Each chapter give 2 hours and almost 8 to 10 hours time is there. You can read that. My sincere advice, since you have got some theory questions, this is the time that you have to go through theory questions, because practical questions in it. Otherwise, if you have got previous question papers from institute, you can download previous question papers or mock papers. You just start solving. I mean, instead of sitting free and thinking about worrying about the exam, it's better to start solving problems. Accounts made that you fall. And when it comes to law, contract act especially, please do or just visit the sections. I mean, let's say consideration related sections, capacity to contract related sections, like free consent related sections, like section 14 to 22, like this, some sections like section 40 onwards till performance, etc., till the end of the lesson. This performance of contract, breach of contract, discharge of contract, remedies for breach of contract, free consent, consideration, capacity to contract, these sections you just go through once. You don't have to mug up, you have to use those sections according to the question. So most of the questions you're going to face, almost 60%, 80% of your questions in law, out of 60 marks, you're going to find practical questions. Be very careful. Okay, so if in case there is a practical question, what I'm trying to tell you, first paragraph, you always explain the concept with the section. In the second paragraph, you explain exactly what happened, what is the issue in the case. And the last paragraph, always you give a solution. So never try to give a solution in the beginning of the answer. And when it comes to BCR, there are some letters, there are some email writing, those things you practice. Other portions not required. If in case you have understood English, I think that's more than sufficient. And when it comes to math, statistics, and logical reasoning, unless you don't remember problems, there is no point in revising this topic now, this subject now. If in case there are some formulas and you are 100% sure you know how to apply them, having formula, knowing formula will not help you unless and until you know how to actually use it. Especially statistics and logical reasoning, you are not supposed to lose any marks. So make sure all the formulas properly 10-15 times you just write. 10-15 times. Continue writing 10-15 times. My sincere advice, continue writing 10-15 times. 10-15 times continue writing all the problems and solve some questions also. That is the best option. When it comes to logical reasoning, also the method, you just relook at it. Don't rush, don't flip through. Don't rush, don't flip through. You just have to aram se study. Don't have to, because we need to pass time. Because what happens if you don't do something these 4 days, you feel like tensed up. My only sincere is just take the book. If in case you know it also, okay, this formula, let me write. So you take the pen, start writing, scribbling on the papers. How to avoid tension? If you really want to avoid tension, last 4 days, you have to keep yourself busy. By keeping yourself busy with the studies, you will definitely, if in case in the break time, watch some, movie or listen to music or take a walk. That is what you keep yourself whole day busy, and don't go for long travel distances, etc. during these days. Please, my sincere advice, avoid all the functions, avoid every social gathering as better as you can. Anyway, COVID is also again trying to spread faster. So make sure you be careful. This is a very important. All your efforts last 7-8 months should not be wasted because of your silly mistake last 4 days. And economics also, if in case you have a doubt in like bulk chapters like chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, take ICA textbook and just go through, or the class notes which I gave you, you just go through. That's all. If in case it is not, just take at the end of the chapter, any questions are there, or go to ICA websites, check some mock papers or anything. If you want, we will share. If you want last minute, we will share. And I'm going to share economics, almost 200 questions just before examination, just before economics examination. I'm going to share in the morning 8 o'clock. I will share hammer all 200 to 50 questions. I'm going to guarantee you almost 50 questions out of 60. Understand that, right? Having said that, you have to do, if you, these 4 days you have to study. If you have not studied any concept, if you have already studied, you just keep yourself occupied, solve some problems, write some problems, write some sections. This is what you have to do. Have some discussion. If in case you are still building up tension, have some discussions with the friends, so that you will keep yourself busy. That is very important. All right. So 27th December, if in case you have certain topics to be covered, read accounts. 28th December, yes, law and BCR. 29th December, yes. 30th December, economic and BCK. But 29th and 30th, 99%, I advise you, if in case you don't have something to study in math, stats, logical reasoning, and eco BCK, go for accounts again. So otherwise, 27th, 28th, you read other subject. 29th and 30, you revise accounts, because accounts theory and some steps, whatever formats that you have, make sure you go through it. Otherwise, this is how it works. Now, 31st December, game begins, and make sure these days, these 4 or 5 days, you follow this until the exam is over. Have some discipline. Make sure you strictly, religiously follow this. Number one, very important concept, very important aspect is that you are supposed to sleep at any cost by 10 p.m. Please do not break this. If you break this, if you don't have a better sleep, you will not be able to remember, you will not be able to get anything during the exam, and the drowsiness will definitely kill your memory, and you will not be able to be actively writing the exam. My sincere advice, sleep on time. So take your dinner by 8 p.m. and make sure you get up at 6 a.m. and check whether all things are ready, not on 30th, but on 29th. And make sure your reading table or whatever your room, study room, everything is ready. And last but not the least, please, I don't know whether you believe in God or not, but apparently you should believe. There is no option. We are all human beings. We are all human. I'm sorry for those people who are not believing in God, but I still believe that you need somebody's support, some supernatural support you need. So make sure every day morning you start praying to your respective gods, and make sure you strictly follow these time. Eat properly, sleep on time, get up early in the morning, and keep thinking positive. And don't, if in case you start building up any tension, take a book and spend time, because morning 8 o'clock if you take a book, evening 8 o'clock you have a lot of time. Have a feeling that you have a lot of time. So don't simply flip through all the pages. In 30 minutes you will flip through all the pages of that chapter. There is no use. If you want to spend like this. Okay, 3 hours one subject, 3 hours one subject, 3 hours one subject, finish. And in between 1 hour break. Otherwise, if in case, better to sleep, and don't sleep during the daytime. If you sleep during the daytime, I'm telling you that is going to kill you in the night time, because you will not get sleep on time. So make sure you avoid sleeping during the daytime. At the most, a small power nap is fine, but sleep on time in the night. Yes, may God bless you. You do your best, and God's will bless you 100%. And my blessings are also with you. Your parents' blessings are also with you. And do not have a tension, and do not think about the results. You only have to think about the battle that you're going to face. So you just perform well and leave it to God. Finish. Leave it to the God. That's all. That's all. Your job is to. So last 4 days, unnecessary tension don't develop, and don't spoil your health, and don't overreact for any situation. Make sure your mind is completely free of all clutter at any cost. All the very best. Take care. My best wishes to you. You will do well. You can do well, because this exam especially, you have a lot of time, because we have been what you call coaching last 7 months. You also have a lot of time to revise books, etc., etc. Don't worry, you will definitely be able to clear it. God bless you. Have a nice day.